Hello, Elliott here, Osteopath at the Revitalize Clinic, and today we're going to be talking about wrist pain. Now, if you're like me and you use your hands a lot for work or exercise, often you can get very, very tight around the carpal bones of the wrist, but also as well as that in the tendons of the forearm. So that's where you get things like tennis elbow and golfer's elbow, otherwise known as medial or lateral epicondylitis. Now today we're going to go through some very, very easy, nice, gentle, relaxing movements that you can do at home to start to mobilize your wrists. And if you like, I'm also going to show you a way that you can start to increase the capacity or the strength of your wrists as well. But remember, make sure that you get one of us guys to check it out before you go forward with these movements, especially the more intense ones. Let's go. Now, there are three movements that we're going to practice with. One, where our hands are in this position, another, where our hands are in this position, and another, where our hands are in this position. Now let's start with this one. So here I'm stretching out the front of my forearm. I'm going to lock out my elbows and I'm going to offload my wrists. So I'm sitting back onto my knees. Now from here, very gently, I'm just going to push off my feet onto my hands and back again. Off my feet onto my hands and back again. Offload, gentle load. Offload, gentle load. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my wrists in this position. I'm going to make sure my elbows are locked as much as I can. Offload, onload. Offload, onload. Another nice one you can do is just nice gripping movements just to stretch all of the tendons at the back of the wrists. And the last one is this movement. Now what I like to do from here is stretch my wrists, leaning, and then go up onto the tips of my fingernails. Stretch, contract. Stretch, contract. Now what I can also do is turn these movements into loaded movements. So from here, if I lean back, I'm going to go from flat hand, tips, back of the hands. Flat hand, tip, back of the hands. Do it nice and slow. Flat hands, tip, back of the hands. Flat hand, tip, back of the hands. Now if I want to load it, I just need to lean forward a little bit more. Tip, or flat, tip, back. Flat, tip, back. And I can speed it up. Flat, tip, back. Flat, tip, back. Now what I can also do is add more weight by leaning forward, and I'll show you that from the side. So to turn this into much more of a strengthening exercise, I do need to lean forward quite a bit more. I don't want to be too much. I have seen people do it in a press-up position. I'm not quite there yet. But from here, exactly the same motion. Hand, tip, back to hands. Back to hands. Back to hands. Back, tip, back to hands. Now, I often do this when I'm warming up for jiu-jitsu because I'm readying my wrists for what I want them to do during that session. So just keep it nice and easy. There's no pressure. Don't try and exert yourself straight away. Make sure you get one of us guys to check it out before you give this a go. But I hope that gives you a nice introduction to ways that you can warm up your wrists and ready them for the movement and obviously the taxing nature of your day. My name's Elliott, Osteopath at the Revitalize Clinic. It's been a pleasure speaking to you today. If you have any questions or requests for videos, then feel free just to send us a message or comment below. Thank you.